What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know. Das. We get it in. But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun is kicking. And then we can get to the intro. I'm very humbled. I really am. Well, here's something I haven't said in a long time. We're back in a menudo style in a direct fashion. Brother, are you ready? Strap on your seatbelts. Get you some clear, because it's clear as day. We're going back, brother, right? So, if you guys know, man, I dropped the Superwood. Roach got shot in the butt. Holio, part 1. This is part 2. This is what happened. So, as we saved Roach from a disastrous situation, my back, my butt, my butt, my back, my back and my butt. I said, it's your hip. Whatever, brother, it hurts, right? He's passing out. We get him to a hospital. I immediately drop him off and take Pepe with Pepe. I don't want to be involved. I got warrants. You always got warrants. Best get in the car. Let's go. We leave him. I get a hold of Roach's mom. I'm like, hey, your son's in the hospital. We just dropped him off. Well, how'd he get in the hospital? Gently? I don't know. They fucking wheeled him in there. We left him right down the side of the road. He'll be fine, right? Roach is like, brother, don't forget me. I never will. Motherfucker, you got blood all over my car. So we end up jamming and leaving Roach, right? Now, I'm not even tripping off the whole grow operation thing, but I peeped it. So in my mind, the way I think, okay, Roach is over there. Since they're robbing shit, let's find out a way that we can rob some shit, right? Because I'm trying to come up too. So that's what's going on with my mind. Pepe's like, you got a lot of shit right there, see? They got hydroponic and hydrohonic. I said, hydrohonic? Yeah, it's backwards. Say it one time and say fast, but keep your fucking shit on when you do it. I say, because I don't like you brother. I said, you the what? I don't like you brother. Say it with your chest. I say, I don't like busters. I say, come on, let's go. So we get to my tia's house. And my tia said, what the fuck? Look at you guys. Who'd you kill? Did you hit a deer? Did you hit a deer? If you did, mijo, I'm sure you got him in the trunk right there for the meat, right? That'll save a whole bunch of stampillas, mijo. We don't have to buy carne for at least. How big is the deer? I said, no, it's Roach. You got Roach in the trunk? Fuck it. I've never had white man, but I'm hungry. Fuck it. I like, no, tia, he got shot. Well, what are you telling me for? I'm not an eyewitness. I said, no, I'm not trying to. I'm just telling you. You ask a lot of questions. I fucking, you don't expect to give answers. Fucking rata. I said, look, the homie got shot. They were doing it. That's what they did. Stupid asses. Bring in a stupid ass chick. She set him up. My tia already knew. As soon as I told her story, it was that Featherwood. She took him over there, huh? Yeah, that's what you guys get. But she gave a good amamonte. I was worth it. Can I get high? You want to give me higher to higher? Help me, because right now I'm through a traumatic experiences, huh? And look, I'm going back to Compton here. This shit is out of the ordinary, you see. I'm not going to be a witness. Them bikers scared me to death. They fucking scared. I'm a Southsider. We don't like this shit. This is that up north shit. I don't want to be. My name is Benedict and I'm not in it. Hey, primo, put me on the ground. Let me borrow 50 wala. I said, what happened to the wala? Wala times 5 is it. So anyways, my tia's like, don't worry, I'll take your stupid ass to the airport. I was like, I'm not going to fly. I said, I don't think I could fly. Because I don't like being up in the sky. Even though I like to be real high, I always think that I'm gonna die. Look at me, I'm gonna cry. What is that on the wall? I think it's a fly. He'll start fucking going into the remix. You can find that on his new album. You know what I'm saying? Pepe and the Persuaders on their fucking hit song Skin Pop It. Or 4 cans of Narcan ain't enough. Anyways. My tia's going to deal with him, put him on the Greyhound, get him back to Compton. He don't want to be involved in the shit. He's like, I'm not going to tell what I seen. So my phone starts blowing up, right? And it's Roach's mom. She's like, you need to get your ass over here. Roach wants to talk to you, Mexi Wood. She used to call me Mexi Wood, right? And I said, are you sure? Like, I'm not trying to be involved. Oh, you're fucking involved now. There's blood all over your fucking car. I seen it. My son's blood is on your car, and you don't want to come? Well, I'll just call the cops myself and blame you. Fuck you Mexicans. I'm like, whoa, calm down. Calm down, Karen. Right? I'll be there. Hurry up. Between my tia yelling at me and this white woman yelling at me, I still got to go home to be the baby mama, the BM, and get yelled at. Like, there's a lot of yelling going on. I helped them out. I'm the hero. I put the cape on. When do I ever get love? I just gave $50 to a fucking tecato. I just picked up my homeboy who got shot in the ass. Right? Don't you think I should get what I win? You know what I'm saying? I'm like the Goonies here, man. Do I get to spit out some jewels at the end of the fucking rainbow? Anyways, so I pull up. Hurley's there. Haven't really explained who Hurley is too much. Those that have watched my earlier videos of Superwood, they remember who Hurley is. He's a big old wood. When I say big, you ever seen that movie? What's the movie with Edward Norton? Whoever says it first gets a shirt, right? You know the movie. It's called American History X. Remember his big pepper? And the white man marches on. Remember that? That big old pig motherfucker? That's how Hurley looked, but like broader in the shoulders, just a big fat fucker. And of course, Dwarfwood is there, and it looks like he's kind of sitting on his lap. These two big motherfuckers, well, Dwarf is like fat and short and stupid, right? And they're trying to sit in one fucking chair, and they're all sad and, Roach, brother, don't go. Dwarfwood's like, I'll fucking kill everybody. I hate it. The nurse is like, can you wear like a hat or something to cover that? She was a Jewish nurse, right? This motherfucker, she got a wood in the bed that's like, what are you putting in there, brother? Like Roach he's not in a coma. He just got shot in the ass, right? So they got him upside down, like he's laying on his stomach, but they got him facing us. It's crazy that he's at the feet, right? So Roach, his ass is in the air, literally. You could see it, right? He's got like fucking tubes and he's got IVs hooked up to him. He's like, what are you putting in that IV? And he was like, what's that clear stuff? You hear what I said? He tells Dwarfwood, you hear I said clear, brother. Oh, you got clear? We got clear, right? She was like, oh, that's called saline. We're trying to get your, everything back together. You lost a little bit of blood. And he's like, yeah, but is it gonna get me high or like, and I mean, not to say I'm not welcoming it. Like I welcome everything intravenously, but I'm saying at the same time, brother, like, he's calling the fucking nurse brother. And she was like, she's telling fucking Dwarfwood, can he cover his swastika on his head? Because it's very rude of him. And he's like, if you don't fucking like it, then get out of here. This is a white man's world. A short white man's world. A midget white man, right? So anyways, I walk into all these shenanigans and Roach is telling her, hey, so that saline thing, the way it's hooked up, right? So if my friend just happens to put some crystal in there, will it? I'm like, what are you doing, bro? He's like, brother, the saline, it's dripping and it's going in intravenously into me. What about if you put some clear in there? If you understand, am I being clear? I'm clear to you, right? Am I clear to you? Can you see me now? Right? I said, no, I can see your ass hanging out, bony ass, right? And he's like, brother, and it was like right in the hip, right above the cheek. He got clipped, right? So the nurse and everyone goes, and I'm like, man, what happened? What'd you tell him? Oh, I said, fucking, I was out there hunting with my partners right here, and they shot me. I said, well, perfect. I said, so what do you want me here for, bro? What can I do for you? You owe me money, motherfucker. There's blood all in the backseat of my car. He's like, brother, you're really going to talk to me like that right now? I'm emotional, brother. I got set the fuck up. I said, well, obviously you got set the fuck up. Where's your fucking Mexican ass cousin? I said, nah, Pepe's gone. He don't want to be involved in it. Oh, typical Mexican. Quick to leave the white man hanging. Just like in prison. Remember we're in New Folsom? Yep. All of a sudden, the Southsiders were like, hey, we got your back. And then they started doing us dirty. I said, well, that's why I'm a Northerner. We don't do people like that. No, you fuckers were beating. You guys were the ones that we were going at it with. I was like, well, that's why we do people like that. Because I'm from up north. That's just how it is. So anyways, what had happened was the Southsiders were supposed to back him up and say, fuck you guys, and threw them to the wolves. And we ate their asses up. North gang, Sur gang. Thank you. Right? And so Roach is fucking reminiscing. He's like, brother, that bitch. I know where that bitch lives. It was all her. And I said, yeah. So what happened? He's running me down about what happened. The bikers pulled up and it was other bikers and it was all bad, right? And he's like, brother, they stole a lot of shit, brother. These motherfuckers are going to kill me, brother. I don't know what I'm going to do. You ever heard a wood fucking cry? This is how they sound. Brother, I'm white. White, goddammit. I'm like, hey, you need to get high, bro. At this point, you're as sober as I've ever seen you, bro. And it's like your teeth are growing back, bro. You need to knock those motherfuckers back or something. He's like, Dwarfwood hit me right in the other cheek, brother. Skin pop it, right? So he does his little thing in the hospital with his mom right there. His mom's like, for God's sake, can you just stop it for at least 2, 3, maybe 4 hours? He's like, Mom, I'm not built that way. I'm built for tough. Hit me, you fucker. Right? So all of a sudden he wakes up. He's like, all right, now I remember the story. So they set me up. They were there to steal, and I got shot in the ass. That's kind of how it went, right? I said, I don't know. It's your story. I wasn't there. You just called me. I came and picked you guys up. That's it, man. He's like, brother, we got to double back. Dwarfwood, the most gangsterous of us all, right? Me, I'm always like the kind of, like, I'm down, but I'll try to talk it out. Even though ultimately I know I'm going to end up going with these motherfuckers. Like, always. I had the ride, right? So I'm like, bro, you got to think about it. You got to wait because they're going to know you're coming. Damn right they're going to know I'm coming. I'm a white man. White men let everyone know we're coming. Because guess what? This is our world. And you, I seen a black nurse walk by. I don't want to scare her. You're just in it, right? Jewish lady comes in and she was like, are we done having a meeting of the minds? Listen, if you don't mind, we don't mind. Right? I'm like, oh, fuck, right? So he's like, am I going to be released? She's like, you can go whenever, right? So she's taking all the needles out of him, doing everything. I'm like, damn, he was only been in the hospital for a few hours. It's probably like about 6 hours, right? Because it was late night. They got hit. It was evening time. So now it's like 1 a.m. or something like that. So his mom's like, you'll ride with me. This motherfucker sat on the front seat on his knees with his ass up by the dashboard. Every time his mom hit a bump, my ass keeps in the dashboard. Right? So Hurley and fucking Dwarfwood, they rolled, and then I rolled over. We're all going to go to Roach's house to eat some of his mom's Salisbury steak tacos. So he's like, brother, fuck, he's laying in the couch with his butt in the air. And I'm like, bro, can you put some pants on? Oh, they told me I can't wear pants. Yeah, I said, well, how about you just get like something, you just cut the hole where, bro, that's just too much work. Come on, brother, I'm a white man. Why don't you go get a fucking pair of scissors and do it if it's embarrassing you? I said, it's not embarrassing me, bro, but you have a big old blackhead right on your white, bright ass, bro, that looks like it needs to be popped. And I just want to pop that motherfucker, but I don't want to touch your ass. If you get what I'm saying. Oh, bro, you want to touch it? Touch it, brother. Just touch it. Right? I said, no, I don't want to touch it. Hey, what about Dwarfwood went over there? I'll pop it. Right? He's fucking trying to squeeze. He's like, get off my fucking wound, brother. I got a bullet wound. I'm a vet now. I'm a vet. Third time I've been shot, and it's in the ass. I've been shot in the ass twice. Look at on this side, he has a big old indention. Oh, right there was a shotgun. That was a good one. It was a graze, but it didn't feel like a graze, if you understand what I'm saying. So we start coming up with this elaborate plan to double back, right? So I'm telling Hurley's like, has common sense. He's real quiet, right? I'm like, Hurley, let me get at you. He's like, what's up, brother? That's how you should tell, what's up, brother? I said, hey, fool, I don't know them bikers. You know them bikers? He's like, I don't know fucking, I'm never one of them, bro. I was like, hey, bro, they got a gang of plants out there I seen. He's like, oh, do they? Right? He's like, well, I know a couple skins, man, that are down to come up. I said, you want to pull a heist? He's like, there's a bear shit in the woods and use a fucking rabbit. I use a cottontail as toilet paper. I'm like, I don't know. Is that some white shit? It is, brother, but you'll understand when you get older. I said, all right, yeah, cool. So our plan was to go down there and come up, right? And then double back to where this chick is and try to find out. And Roach wants to get his runbacks, okay? So Roach, I'm like, hey, we're going to go to the spot. We're going to come up. We're going to see the scene of the crime. He's like, brother, what the fuck are you talking about, brother? I say, yeah, we're going to go out there, me and Hurley and a couple of his partners, and we're going to make sure they're not out there still gaffling. He's like, bro, it's fucking 10 hours later, brother. They're not fucking out there. They stole what they were going to steal, and now they're gone. What's out there, what's going to meet you out there is a gang of fucking bikers with shotguns and explosive devices and a gang of good clear. They got good. If you can come up on the clear, then we'll be good, right? You know what I'm saying? It's always think smart. Work smarter, not harder. Go in there, get the dope, and leave, right? I'm like, all right, we're going to be back. So we pick up these fucking two skinheads that are Tweaker Deedle Dumb and Tweakle Deedle Do, right? They're licking the windows. They're spun out of their mind. Hurley's like, I said they were cool. I didn't say they were not high, right? I'm like, but we pick up this, like, it looks like a warehouse truck. You know, little fucking U-Haul type trucks. It's all white. Just looks hella suspicious. We go out there, right? It's already the morning. Lights coming up. We get there about 9 a.m. We pull up. Gang of bikers there. They're patrolling everywhere. I'm like, oh, we can't come up on shit. Hurley's like, I'll just walk up, brother. I said, no, fuck that, bro. You're not leaving me around with a whole bunch of bikers. The tweakers are like, we'll do it. I'll be like, drop these motherfuckers off, right? So they do. They walk up and they're like, hey, we're just happen to be walking by. It's private property way up in the hills. You don't just walk by. Walking by to where? These motherfuckers got took in the house and never came back out and we left. I'll just say that. Did I ever see them again? No. Was there a crime committed? Hell no. But I'll say right now, I never seen him again. X-Files, right? So we leave. He's like, brother, there's a gang of marijuana out there. I said, yeah. But how are we going to do this? Nighttime. They can't stay forever. So when we get back, Roach's phone, Roach is scared to death. He's actually sitting on his ass. I'm like, bro, he's like, I'm high. It doesn't matter, bro. I don't feel it. Look, the fucking bikers are calling me. What do I tell them? I said, tell them the truth. Maybe they'll help us. He's like, bro, they can't handle the truth. I said, listen, Wood, you got to do what you got to do. Because right now my mind, my gas is on empty and my mind is on fucking, I need to come up. You can't show me some shit and me not want to steal it. Like, I got to come up. He's like, brother, I know what you guys were thinking. I know what you went out there for. Did you get any clear? I said, nah. But those two tweaker dudes that we took with us, they didn't come back with us. Hurdy says it's perfectly fine. I don't know. That's some white shit, bro. Right? So he's like, well, fuck them, brother. I don't know them. I don't know them. They're white, though? They're white? Well, that's kind of sad. But, like, are they, like, white or just, like, white? I said, I don't know. They're fucking lick the window fucking teeth now, having teeth white. That's white. But fuck them. So, look, these guys are calling me. Be right here when I answer. I'm going to put it on speakerphone. So these bikers go, what the fuck happened? They're not sounding like no Woods. They're sounding like straight up, we want to kill you. What happened? Kind of like Sosa from the movie Scarface. Tony, what happened? Well, you know, you got a brother. He's a real piece of shit. I told him to do something he didn't want to do, and I had to cancel his contract. What happened? Well, you know, we'll do it some other time. There's not going to be another time, you fucking little monkey. I told you not to fuck me. That's how it kind of sounded, right? But not in those words, but very similar tone. That Sosa was on the phone. They're like, what happened, Roach? Roach is like, they're like, that Mexican burnt us, huh? He was like, he looks at me like he wants to blame it on fucking Pepe, right? Poor Pepe, he's on the ground, but the kids, hey, how can we be friends? How can we be? I'm from Compton, is that? What's up? Oh, yeah. I know it's all right. I like black women, right? So I know that he's just fucking on his own, doing his own thing. He's off on his own, girl. He wants to get off on his own. He's on his own, in the zone, right? So poor Pepe, and I'm looking at him like, don't blame my cousin, man. Don't get my whole family wrapped up in this. He's like, no, brother, no, that's good. That's a good motherfucker right there. I got shot, brother. Look, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Some chick, she called me. I told her to bring me some clear, brother. And yeah, she set us up. And they're like, we told you not to bring anyone out there. He's like, yeah, brother, I didn't bring her. She brought herself. Yeah, she asked me, and I advised her it was probably not the best thing to do, but I was out of dope, so it was like the only thing to do. You get it, brother? Like, brother, you know what you were getting when you were hiring me, right? They're like, look, if you don't find our shit, we're going to find you. Then we're going to go find our shit. Roach's like, you can skip that first part. That's the first part I'm going to do. The second part you can skip. Like, I will find your shit. I'm thinking in my mind, no, you won't. They're fucking smoke. That shit is getting fucking dried out right now in a warehouse somewhere. So anyways, right? They hang up. They're like, you got 24 hours, bro. Like it's like the movies. It's real life. I'm sitting there innocent as fuck. Like, man, maybe I don't want their weed. These dudes are straight killers. But I kind of did hurt. He's like, brother, are we still on the same page? We're still on the same page. Dwarfwood's like, yeah, I want to be on that page. Like, brother, you don't even fit in a high chair. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid little motherfucker. Get out of here. I used to kick him all the time in his butt. Hey, why'd you do that for? I don't know, because I felt like it. Yeah, I'll beat your ass. Yeah, what are you going to do? Hit me in the kneecap? Get out of here, right? For I kneecap you. So Roach is like, here's the deal, brother. I'm going to call this chick, and I'm going to tell her, look, I ain't even tripping. Fuck them bikers. You came up. I just want a little issue. If she's stupid enough to fall for it, which I'm pretty sure she is, I'm like, bro, she just tried to have you killed. They shot you. He's like, bro, that's besides the point. And totally beyond the point. Like, I'm kind of banking on this. If not, we're just going to have to go kick her fucking mother's door down and do what we have to do, right? I'm like, what do I get out of the situation? A white man's hug from a white man. Come here, give me a hug. Oh, shit, my ass. Right? I'm like, look, Roach, I got your back and whatever you want to do. Damn right you do. You know a lot. And you're not leaving here. I said, who's going to stop me, the midget or the fat guy? My mother. Well, I don't want to test her because I seen her with the iron. She fucked you up before. So he calls this chick. She's actually stupid enough to like, I'll go by there. I'm like, are you kidding me? She's like, I didn't tell them guys. They just popped up. That was some biker beef. This chick set him up, right? So she comes to the house. This chick has bigger balls than I do. She comes knocking on the door. Roach is looking at me. Hurdy's looking at me. Dwarfwood's like, I'll fucking answer the door. He walks up. He's like, you fucking scheming fucking bitch. Get me out of her. She's like, she pushes him in the forehead. Get away. If I knock the swastika off your forehead. She comes in, she's like, I swear to you, Roach, I would never do you like that. He's like, look, we got to get one thing clear right here, right now. Do you got anything on you? She's like, yeah, I got a 16th. He's like, then let's do that first before we even have this discussion. I'm thinking to myself, this bitch had you shot. And you're going to do. He's like, brother, I know what you're thinking, but you're not white. So your word and your opinion really doesn't matter. Right. So she sits down there, and I ain't even going to lie. Now that I look at her in the light, because I had seen her when I picked them up, but now that I'm really seeing her, this chick got some thick ass thighs. Like, she's a tan featherwood. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, ooh, wait, no wonder motherfuckers that got her back. Like, I might have to side on her side. They came up already anyway, so they're down. And Roach is like, so this is what's going to happen. He's all high as fuck. And when he looks, one thing about Roach, he's the coolest motherfucker, but when he gets mad, he's a white devil in the real way. And he says, and I remember like it was yesterday, he says, and this is what's going to happen. And if you want to find out what happens, you got to come to part 3 tomorrow, man. The gun got you, man. It's about to get icky and very fucking tricky. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the Superwood. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly and honestly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. If you guys like these supers, hit a 1. If you don't, tell me to get out of here. And I'm still going to do them anyways, but it doesn't matter. This is the gun. Bang, bang. This video is being sponsored by Barrio Liquors in Turlock, California. If you're ever in the Central Valley and you want some bomb-ass pistol, go tap in with my boy Lally. He got your back, just like I had Superwoods. Brother, that's why my life's all messed up and why my beard's all raggedy. I'm all stressed out from having all these guys back. When did they have my back? We'll get to that eventually.